Hello, everyone. It is Tuesday night, April 2nd, about 12 minutes before midnight here, 11:48 p.m., and welcome into another late night version of our video weather discussion here, where we are going to have another update on the storm system that's affecting the region and the state of Illinois. And the focus on this discussion is going to be on the wintry and the windy side of the storm system because that is the effects that we're going to continue to see across portions of the state for the next day and a half or so. We already did see some accumulating snow out across northwestern Illinois this afternoon. Some places out across northwestern Illinois picked up 1, 2, 3 inches of snow this afternoon. We did see a lull in the precipitation this evening and into tonight. However, we're starting to see that precipitation come back into portions of northwestern Illinois once again tonight. And as you can see here on the wide view of this radar here, we do have this big storm system here in the region. The area of low pressure is actually centered right across the central portion of Lake Michigan. We have a cold front that wraps way out ahead of the storm system now from the Great Lakes down through the eastern Ohio Valley and down into the Tennessee Valley. And when you start to get the look of a storm system like that, it tells you one thing. It tells you that the storm system is beginning to occlude. And when you get an occluding storm system, you get what we're seeing right now. The cold front really races well ahead of the storm system here, and that area of low pressure kind of sits and meanders around well back behind that cold front that's advancing well to the east. So once again, area of low pressure tonight is sitting right along the Lake Michigan shore. It actually started the day in Missouri. That low pressure then tracked across the Chicago metro area, up across Lake Michigan, and it's actually going to do a loop overnight tonight into Wednesday morning. That low pressure is going to do a loop down through the Milwaukee, Chicago areas, and then during the day tomorrow, that low pressure area is actually going to make it all the way down towards the Indianapolis area. So this is what we sort of see with these kind of storm systems that occlude. They kind of do a loop around an area, meander around before eventually pushing off towards the east. But you can see here with that low pressure over the lake right now, we have a lot of precipitation wrapping around the north and northwest side of the storm system, and a lot of this precipitation up north is in the form of snow. So all of this precipitation across northern upper Michigan, much this precipitation across Wisconsin, southeastern Minnesota, northeastern Iowa, and now into northwestern Illinois. All of this precipitation up here is snow. And several inches of snowfall accumulation has occurred today up across those areas. And as I mentioned, we did see some snowfall accumulation across northwestern Illinois this afternoon. Here are some of those reports. Up near the Galena area, a report of 3 inches of snow this afternoon. 2.5 inches of snow out towards Shapville. That's in Joe Daviess County. 3 inches of snow near Stockton. Also, about 2.7 inches of snow in the Mount Carroll area. Over towards the Davenport area of the Quad Cities, about 1.25 inches of snow. Just north of the Quad Cities area, out across eastern Iowa, Eldridge, Iowa, about 2.5 to 3 inches of snow. So some areas did pick up some accumulation. Even out around the Freeport area, there was a report of 2.5 inches of snow. So you folks out across northwestern Illinois did pick up some accumulating snow, which was expected this afternoon. Many locations did pick up on the order of 1 to 3 inches of snow. And that's not the end to the snow, because we are going to see, like I said, that precipitation is going to fill back in across northern Illinois for overnight tonight. So starting off here with one of the weather forecast models, this is current time. And as you can see here, that area of low pressure is over Lake Michigan, as I mentioned. A lot of this precipitation that I showed you on the radar is falling here across these areas. So this simulated radar image here off of the weather forecast model that I'm showing you matches up very well with the radar right now currently. So as we go into the night here, you're going to notice that precipitation in the form of snow is going to move back southward out of Wisconsin and Iowa back into northern Illinois here. So by the time we get to, this is for right around 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, you could see it is snowing across a good chunk of northern Illinois, out by the Quad Cities area, up towards Dubuque, Freeport, maybe out towards the DeKalb area, up towards Rockford. All of you folks are seeing snow once again by 3, 4 o'clock in the morning here. As we move towards the morning rush hour, 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning now. 7 o'clock in the morning, you can see it's snowing across parts of the Chicago metro area, through the Rockford area, DeKalb, out towards the Quad Cities area. Even a little bit of snow might be trying to get down into the Galesburg and Peoria areas. Like I said, this is for right around 7 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. Moving a little deeper, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday now. You can see it is snowing across a good chunk of northern and central Illinois here for your Wednesday morning. Like I said, this image right here is for about 10 o'clock in the morning. Now, as we work into the middle of the day, you'll notice this area of low pressure that is right now across Lake Michigan does a loop, like I mentioned, through the Milwaukee, Chicago areas. Eventually, it's going to head down towards Indianapolis. As it does so, that colder air is going to keep some snow in place across parts of northern Illinois, but you'll notice some rain starting to fall across parts of southern Illinois as well. So as this occluding storm system moves through, it's going to lose some of its cold air. So as we go through the day here, you could see things start to turn over to more of a showery mix of rain and snow as we head into Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday evening. And there you go. You have that low pressure center right here closing on the Indianapolis area as we head into the evening hours. So the main focus for snow with this next wave of snow is going to be later tonight and through much of Wednesday morning. By the time we get to the middle of the day and the afternoon on Wednesday, with temperatures rising a little bit, it'll be more of a rain-snow mix of precipitation showers across northern and central Illinois. But look at the odd track of the low pressure that I was mentioning. Look at how it goes from Lake Michigan right now, and you're going to notice it's going to curl through Milwaukee, Chicago, and eventually down through Indianapolis here. Watch as I put this in motion here. You can see that weird track here. That's that occluding storm system moving to the west, then to the southwest, and to the south, and then to the southeast, eventually, as I said, making it all the way down here towards the Indianapolis area. And this is a very, very good example, a perfect example of an occluding area of low pressure that's kind of meandering around, kind of does a 360-degree turn across the region here before it exits off towards the east. Precipitation will end as it looks here early Wednesday night, and then we could have a little bit more precipitation, a little bit more of a rain-snow mix come back in for later Wednesday night and into Thursday, but not really expecting much more accumulation with that. Now, in addition to the snow, another thing we're going to be dealing with is some increasing winds. Now, we did see some windy conditions during the day today across portions of the state, and even tonight, winds are a little bit breezy in some areas, but as we go through the overnight tonight, what you're going to notice is these darker blue and pink and purple colors really start to develop out here across Iowa, also Wisconsin, Minnesota, down into the state of Illinois here as well. So as we go late tonight, and even more so, look at during the day on Wednesday, all of these darker colors here represent stronger wind gusts that we're expecting across much of the state of Illinois, perhaps up into the range of 35, 40, 45, maybe even close to 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts out across northwestern Illinois. So a very windy day on the way across most of the state for Wednesday as well. And then as we go into Wednesday night here, you'll notice how we lose those very darker, bright colors here. They start to fade away, and Wednesday night, the winds will start to diminish. We still will see some breezy conditions Wednesday night and into Thursday, but as you can see here, those colors are not as deep as they were across the region on Wednesday, so that represents the fact that winds are not going to be as strong on Thursday, but they'll still be a little bit breezy, but definitely high winds on tap for your Wednesday. So with that said here, let's take a look at a couple of our forecast graphics here, starting off with the snowfall forecast. And as you can see here, these are going to be final snowfall totals. So this includes what we saw across northwestern Illinois this afternoon, and also includes what we're still expecting to fall later tonight and into Wednesday as well. So these will be final snowfall totals from Tuesday and Wednesday across the area here. And as you can see here, for those folks that already did pick up 1 to 3 inches of snow out here, we are still expecting you to see more snowfall tonight and into Wednesday across northwestern Illinois. So you folks saw 1 to 3 inches of snow today. You're going to pick up a little bit more, and your final snowfall totals out across northwestern Illinois will be in the 2 to 5 inch range, maybe even close to 4 to 7 inches right along the Wisconsin border. Another thing you'll notice here is we are expecting some minor snowfall accumulation across other portions of northern and central Illinois as well. You folks in the Chicago area could pick up a dusting, maybe an inch and a half of snow in some areas. You'll also notice as you work well to the northwest of the Chicago area here, you could pick up 1 to 3 inches of snow out there across parts of north central-ish Illinois area out there. And then even you folks down in parts of central Illinois, the Galesburg, Peoria, Bloomington, Champaign areas. Some of you folks could even pick up a little bit of a dusting of snow very late tonight and more so during the morning hours on Wednesday. So all in all, not a big snowfall, nothing significant, but a little bit of a minor nuisance snowfall here, both that we saw today coming into tonight and into the day on Wednesday as well. Now, in addition to the snow, I did mention that we're going to be dealing with some very strong wind gusts across the entire state of Illinois. Now, we did see some high winds today. We're seeing some gusty winds for some areas tonight as well, but the strongest winds are actually going to be tomorrow during the day on Wednesday. So from Wednesday morning into early Wednesday night is when we will be seeing the strongest wind gusts being possible across the state of Illinois here. And as you can see, if you're in central southern Illinois, you could see 30 to 45 mile per hour wind gusts. If you're across parts of northern Illinois, especially northwestern Illinois, 35 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts will be possible on Wednesday. And then once again, as we head into Wednesday night, winds will diminish a little bit. Still expecting some breezy conditions for Thursday, but not the intensity of the winds that we're expecting here on Wednesday across the state. So with that said here, let's just take a quick peek here in the video chat, see if we have any questions to get to tonight. See Mike checking in from the Woodstock area. I would expect you to see some snow falling tomorrow morning in your area. You could pick up some minor snowfall accumulation as well. Derek, yes, if you have a question, definitely go ahead and ask that. RJ checking in, wondering when the snow is going to be moving back into the Rockford area. The snow will be moving back into the Rockford area overnight tonight, and then it will be continuing through much of the morning hours on Wednesday. We are expecting some additional accumulation as is expected at this point in time. Maxwell checking in, wondering if we're going to be seeing severe weather anytime soon. At this point, no, it does not look like we have any severe weather on the way for at least the near term, the short term, foreseeable future. Joey checking in from out in the Sterling area, mentioning you did have a little bit of snow earlier, but it was melting as it was making contact. Yes, not all areas that saw snow this afternoon received accumulation. Generally, the areas that received accumulation earlier today during the afternoon hours, the snow was falling very heavily, so it was able to overcome the warmer ground surfaces and the warmer air temperatures. So when we get that snow to move back in later tonight, overnight tonight, and into the morning hours on Wednesday, it's going to kind of be the same situation. Temperatures are going to be very marginal. You're going to need good snowfall rates for that snow to start accumulating, but it is expected to do so just a little bit. But this is going to be one of those situations, as we saw this afternoon, also for tonight and into tomorrow, it'll be one of those situations where you see the most efficient accumulation of the snow on the colder surfaces, such as your front lawn, compared to the pavement where there will be less accumulation, and for some areas there might not be any pavement accumulation. Derek checking in with the question, driving from Ludington, Michigan to Delavan, Wisconsin tomorrow. You're expecting road conditions to be like during that time? All right, so you're going to be traveling from Michigan over to Wisconsin. I take it you're going to be going around the south side of the lake, or I don't know if you're going to be going the northern route or the southern route here, or if you're going to be taking a ferry across the lake there. But there is going to be some snow falling across portions of Wisconsin and northern Illinois still. Yeah, okay, you're going to be taking the southern route. It's around the southern tip of the lake. So, yes, you're going to be dealing with some snow, especially still across Wisconsin, down into northern Illinois during the morning hours. Now, as we get into the afternoon hours, as temperatures start to warm up a little bit, that snow may actually turn over to a showery mixture of a little bit of rain and snow. So, definitely during the morning, there could be some issues with travel conditions across parts of northern Illinois up into central and southern Wisconsin, and I see you're going to be getting into Illinois around 11 a.m. So yes, you may still be dealing with some snow in the area as you pass through the Chicago area, northeastern Illinois around that time, late in the morning, maybe up into southeastern Wisconsin still as well. But the good news is, like I said, temperatures are going to be marginal. And as the daylight occurs tomorrow, as the sun rises, even though it's going to be snowing, those temperatures will rise, and there is more solar radiation at this time of year because the sun angle is higher at this time of year. So even though it is cloudy, the sun also plays a role this time of year with the solar radiation in terms of snowfall accumulation. So you could deal with some issues across northeastern Illinois, southeastern Wisconsin along your travels, but by that time of day, things shouldn't be too bad as it looks at this point in time. All right, here, don't see any other comments or questions to get to at this point in time. Just a summary, once again, we're expecting another round of snow to move into northern Illinois and even into central Illinois, parts of central Illinois, overnight tonight through Wednesday morning. Additional minor snowfall accumulations are expected. Snow will probably turn to more of a rain-snow showery mix during the afternoon hours on Wednesday, and probably will not see any further accumulation after the middle of the day on Wednesday with those very marginal temperatures in place. Also expecting those high gusty winds, especially from Wednesday morning into Wednesday evening. Central southern Illinois could see 30 to 45 mile per hour wind gusts. Northern Illinois, especially northwestern Illinois, could see 35 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts. And with that said, we'll go ahead and wrap up the discussion for tonight. We will obviously monitor the snow situation and the wind situation overnight tonight and through the day tomorrow, and we will provide additional updates as needed. But for now, everyone have a great remainder of your late Tuesday night.